for all.
Radio for all.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah. And we're back live with the Humble Prince, Sahara FM Radio. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Guys, I forgot to give out the number earlier. They're going to put that on the screen right now. The number to call is 646-559-6640. We're going to be using that during our extension 3, which is going to be used during our callback segment. But right now, we'd like to welcome somebody who's been a guest on the show, and she's back. And I don't even know. She's a creative entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. Please, let's give a round of applause for the beautiful Yetunde Taiwo. She all the way from Miami. There she is. Yetunde, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you, Humble Prince? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Please say hello to my guest co-host, Toyosi.
Hi, Toyosi. How's it going?
I'm good, good. I'm a fan, just so you know. I read up on you, and yes, we shall be talking.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Awesome.
Yeah, Toyosi just said, you know what? I'm doing this interview. This is all about me. I love Yetunde Taiwo. Yetunde, so real quick, just talk about yourself real quick. I know this is your second, sorry, I don't want to put you in a box because you're not just an author. You're a creative entrepreneur, and you specified that, correct?
Yes, I think I have many passions, and I think the focus that I work on, even with my clients, is being in the business of doing what you love, whatever it is. And then I believe, different people have different passions over time.
Right.
So you never want to just be stuck on one thing. And this is why even athletes figure out what other industries they want to get into, or you have actors trying to get into directing and producing. It's just really exploring the things you love.
Okay.
In a way that it allows you to expand your horizon and not be in one box. So from my PR company to my entrepreneurship training program in IC Academy, and now with Afropolitan Chef, I basically mastered, and I'm still learning, the art of doing the things you love so that you can help other people in a way that provides financial freedom for you and your family. It's really, really, it feels like a life calling, purposeful thing to do.
Fantastic.
So are you encouraging people to do everything they want to do? Like, I have crazy friends who think they can do everything. Are you encouraging people to do that?
No. I'm encouraging people to figure out the things you love, because you can't love everything. That's just impossible. There's many things over the years as you grow as a person or as an entrepreneur, whatever your passion is, the things you love the most will show up, and so it's finding out, okay, what are those things? What am I most interested in? And then doing all you need to do to master it. So you have to take classes, you have to educate yourself on the industry so that you're so good at it that no one can do it the way that you do it. And so that's what I've learned, and that's what I try to teach my clients. And so even Afropolitan Chef, the whole food project, is an example of the way I live my life, of doing the things that you love, because certain things will show up as your go-to, default things that make you happy. That's what I encourage people to pursue and follow.
Right.
Okay, so talking about branding and PR, what are people doing wrong now? Like, you see some people who are really good at what they do, but no one knows them.
I think, the biggest challenge for a lot of people is putting out the image of their true self. I think everybody has this image of celebrityness and what you want your life to look like, as opposed to what it actually is. And so if you figure out the people that have figured it out, that understand the power of authenticity, those are the people that are growing. You think of Oprah, you think of Dr. Phil, you think of Tyra Banks, you think of Queen Latifah, the people that have mastered the art of themselves. Literally, they are so good at being themselves that no one can do it as well. So in branding and PR, being able to show your authentic self in a way that encourages people to be themselves, and that's where you succeed. So if you're having a challenge, you need to look at what you're putting out as yourself, or what you think you should be. And most people do what they think they should be as opposed to who they are. And if you step into who you are, it's so easy to get followers and people engaged, and you actually be yourself, so you don't have to pretend to be something else. It's really a challenge for a lot of people to step into who they are, because they're afraid of being judged. And I say, don't worry about that. People are going to judge you anyway.
Exactly.
Just do your thing.
Yeah, judge me, go to hell, man. But yesterday, so thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, this is your second time on the show. Your first book, which is a hit on Amazon, was called Sex, Chocolate, Cry: How to Stay Happy During Your Menstrual Cycle. I don't don't know how that's possible, but you you wrote about it. So, and I know you're back with a cookbook, right? Which you spoke about on the show. So just give us some little insight into the book and what it's about.
So the whole food thing kind of started by accident because I started working full-time as an entrepreneur. This was 2009, January 2009. And I was like, okay, I'm staying home. I wanted to enjoy cooking meals for myself and just enjoy the process of being a home office entrepreneur. And so I started cooking, and I would post the pictures up on Facebook. And I started to get a lot of messages of, oh my God, I didn't know you could present African food this way, or I didn't know you could combine these things. And two compliments that I heard then that sort of got my wheels turning was, one, I got an email from one of the guys that was following me asking me to please package the food. And he wasn't kidding. I thought it was a joke. And he's like, I will pay for it. I need you to cook something and package it. You make this look so good. And it's about presentation. And the second one was a mom who had emailed me that said she was able to look through my food gallery and come up with dishes for her family for 30 days without having to repeat a dish. And I was like, wow, maybe I should do something about this.
Good.
Right.
So the editor of New African Woman magazine approached me on Facebook and asked if I would write a food column. And I was like, sure. And she's like, I'm going to pay you. I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course. That was no question. And so I started to write recipes. And I just woke up one morning and I was like, I should write a cookbook. And it kind of just all kind of fell in place because I've loved cooking since I was a kid.
Nice.
And so having to do one more thing that I love, because everybody eats and I eat every day. So for me, it wasn't an additional chore. It was something that I did every day, plus everything else I did as a businesswoman. And so coming up with the book, and I've literally spent the last 4 years branding it, and it's called Afropolitan Chef.
Wow.
So the name of the book is Eat With Your Heart, How to Cook Like an Afropolitan Chef.
Right.
I want an autographed copy, please.
Yes, you can send us to you.
I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you.
Yeah, yes, I wanted to say that, you add a twist to the cooking, though, because you teach them how to not only make it tasty, but it's also healthy, correct?
Correct. And it's also time saving. Like, I just don't have the time to spend 2 hours in the kitchen making moi moi. If anybody knows moi moi, you gotta wash the beans, soak it for a while, peel it. Like, it's this whole process.
Yeah.
I figured out a way to cut 2.5 hours into 50 minutes. And that's how I sort of teach people how to cook, where you don't have an excuse for not cooking African food.
How does it come out, though? Does it come out tasting as good?
Oh, it's delicious. If I do say so myself. That's one thing I brag about with my cooking. It is so tasty. And I sort of use a different, instead of baking it or using it foil, I use the ramekins, the things that you use for creme brulee. It conducts it differently. Wow. So I use it to cook the beans, and it's so tasty, and it's moist, and it stays moist for like 3-4 days.
You're making my mouth water right now.
She's making everything about it. She's turning me on. Moist. Yesterday, so let me say this real quick. I know the book will be out just in time for Thanksgiving 2014 this year, and even I read that even the pre-orders already made Amazon's best-selling list for African cookbooks, and it's in the top 5.
I know, that is
already.
Well done, girl. Well done. Well done.
That's not possible. Like, I posted it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We took about 3 days to post it up, and they have to approve it and the dates. And this is just the pre-order.
Yeah.
So I think on the first day we were like number 5. This was last week. And as of today, this evening, it's still on the top 10. It's number 10 in the African cookbook category.
Okay.
And the book's not even out yet. So I'm really excited, and I think
really good.
I think people are ready for just being able to cook African food in a contemporary way. And it's sort of the hybrid of how the modern African is eating, because we like the authenticity, but we want to be able to incorporate different things we've learned, with the friends we have or the people we involve ourselves with, and having the power to bring people together because of the love of food is just awesome. And I'm looking forward to people doing that with the recipes.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm looking. I could tell, I tell you, those Nigerian women that like to pose and I'm not cooking for you and everything, they're in trouble because this book is going to teach non-Nigerian women how to cook. So, because Nigerian guys, one of the reasons they go to Nigeria babes is because you guys know how to cook our food and everything. But
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so all those ladies out there, if you're dating Nigerian men, get this book. he won't leave your ass for a Nigerian woman because she can't cook. But
and the plus side of this is so this was my commitment. When I thought about this idea, I was like, okay, this is a God-given idea. Yeah. And I promised God that for the rest of my life, 10% of the proceeds from anyone that buys this book goes to the World Food Program and No Kids Hungry organizations. And those are organizations that I support because they always deal with issues about food around the world and feeding kids. And I'm a big proponent of food being able to change people's lives, because imagine when you don't have a breakfast. You know how you feel, you know? So imagine being able to eat food, you know, all the time to get to do the things you love. Like, so when you purchase the book, 10% of your purchase actually goes to helping those in need.
That's very commendable.
That's really good, man. So you think real quick again, guys, get this book, man. Your woman won't be able to post for you, so because now you could cook.
How about you get it so you can cook? How about guys, you get it so you can cook for yourselves?
I want to say this. So if we give this book to a woman, should she feel offended? Is that sending her a message that she can't cook?
No.
Okay.
Well,
it depends, though.
I mean, people are different. I'm that girl, though. You give me a set of pots, and I'm like, that's a gift. I'm happy. Yeah. So every woman's different. Right. You have to figure out how you're going to deliver it to
the delivery.
Oh, baby, you know, I was just thinking now, you know, with Katie. Oh, guys, you know, act like you bought it for yourself and like say, you know, let's cook together. Yeah. Yetunde Taiwo, thank you so much. So please, how can people get the book? Tell them real quick before we wrap up.
You can two ways. You can go to Amazon if you want the digital copy for now, because the print won't be out till November, I think, 13th or 14th. The digital copy you can get by going to Amazon.com and type in "Eat with Your Heart: How to Cook Like an Afropolitan Chef." Right. Or if you want the print copy, for those of us who love cookbooks, you should go to AfropolitanChef.com. And exactly as it sounds, AfropolitanChef.com /cookbooks.
And how can people reach you?
Get the sorry?
And how can people reach you?
But on Afropolitan Chef, I'm all over social media as Afropolitan Chef. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and we actually have we shut the pilot for the show. So fingers crossed, it'll be on TV soon. Yeah. But Afropolitan Chef is my goal. Honestly, is to help all of us sort of explore African food from different countries, because most Africans are stuck on their country. So for me, this is an opportunity for all of us to learn about our different cultures and to bring the world to be a part of Africa with food and bring people together because of the food that we eat. So I'm really excited, and I'm just really passionate about food. And anyone knows me as a foodie understands that the love for food for me is so deep that it's about people. It's not even about the food. The connection.
Yes. Let's give Yetunde Taiwo a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait for the next time when you're in New York, you join us in the studio. So guys, again, go to Amazon.com and type in "Eat."
Eat your heart out. Cook like an Afropolitan chef.
Is it eat your heart out or eat with your heart?
Eat with your heart. So basically, eat with your heart. How to cook like an Afropolitan chef. Or you can just go to AfropolitanChef.com and click on the cookbooks and pre-order. And you get it right in time for the holidays. It's a perfect gift for your aunts, cousins, sisters, nieces, and I'm looking forward to the reviews on it.
Yeah, guys, and trust me, for those of you that are dating non-Naija babes, get out the book, give it to her.
Really,
we have to really put this Naija babes on. We have to really, you know, we have to put pressure on them, man. Just using the, I'm not gonna cook for you tonight. Nah, don't cook for me. I got you today. I got you today.
And even you, the men would love to cook too, because now you can impress your woman very quickly.
How about that?
Dishes on average take 25 to 30 minutes, so it's they're quick and they're just fun recipes that anyone can learn how to cook. And I teach you how to present it in such a way that is appealing to the eyes and very tasty.
Oh, that and while going, because I love it while going, man. And the way you presented it, man, I was like, wow.
I need to.
Yeah, fantastic. So
please, that picture got a lot of pre-orders. I can tell you that. Like immediately, I posted that just to share. I got like at least I think that day maybe 6 orders. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I just know because every time I go to Nigeria, you know, I like to order it while going, and you know, I like to call the girls, hey, bring, you know, but you know, if I'm not stuck in it. Anyway, Yetunde Taiwo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Yetunde.
That was it. We're gonna take a thank you. We're gonna take a break right now. When we come back, we're gonna be joined by Adeola and Toyosi. No, we're gonna.
Sorry.
Are you back from Nigeria? Who's Nikki?
So I thought you.
No, we're doing a callback segment. We have to do that real quick, man. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
But guys, Busalat Grillo and Nike are still coming up. And again, I just want to say that tonight's show is brought to you by the Nigerian Centenary Awards. Please go to their website, www.nigeriancentenaryyusa.com. There you can find more information about the show, what's coming up, and tickets and everything. And it's taking place September 27th. Again, that's www.nigeriancentenary.usa.com. I think that's going to be up on the screen during the break. Check it out. So when we come back, number to call is 646-559-6640, extension 3. We're going to be talking about Nigerian pastors, man. Seriously, some of them in some...
Things are happening.
About 3 of them. We'll be right
Yes.
back, live with the Humble Prince.